we're going to make chocolate-covered round cakes. They're very similar to the snack cakes that you're probably used to. A devil's food spongy cake inside with marshmallow filling, and on the outside a chocolate, a hard glaze. So that's exactly what we're going to make. In a large bowl, you're going to start creaming butter, and you're going to need a half a cup of butter. So I'll put that in my bowl. And you're also going to be creaming with your butter granulated sugar, and it's going to be 2 cups of that. And I'll just put a little at a time. And have it all come together. Again, that was 2 cups. Now, once you do that, and it's all mixed and it becomes crumbly looking, you're going to add 3 eggs that have been at room temperature. And just beat those on medium till everything's combined. Once you do that, it'll become very smooth, and it will look like this. You're also going to put in vanilla, and you're going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla in. And now for the dry ingredients. You're going to need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to put just a little in of that on low. You're also going to need 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And I'll put a little bit more of my flour in. Now we're going to add salt, and you need a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to put the rest of my flour in. What you're going to start putting in next is baking cocoa, and you're going to need 1/3 cup. Along with that, though, you're going to need milk. And you're going to need 1½ cups. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add a little bit of my milk because the batter was becoming dry. And then I'll slowly start adding that 1/3 cup of baking cocoa. And I'm on medium speed. You really only have to beat this till it all becomes together and it becomes smooth without any lumps. Now I'm going to raise my speed up here. Again, add a little bit of water, not water, I'm sorry, milk, and my baking cocoa. Put the rest of the baking cocoa in, and that was 1/3. And then the rest of the milk. And I'm just going to beat that on high till it all becomes smooth. And that shouldn't take you more than a couple minutes. I'm going to get to the bottom of that bowl and work those sides. When this cake is baked, though, it'll have a nice light texture, almost like a sponge type texture to it. And I have it mixed. As you can see, it's all come together. And for the pans, what I like to use is actually these medium-sized wells, and they make actually balls or snowball shapes. Now, if you have one or you want to use one of these are the large balls that will come out, or snowball shape, if you have a pan like that. Today, though, I am making the medium size. Now, if you don't have these particular molds, you can use your cupcake pans. I went ahead and heavily greased and floured it, because you don't want these cakes to stick. And you're going to be baking them at 350 degrees. And if you're using the medium pan, they're going to take you about 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes. And just with my scoop, I'm just going to put them only about halfway though, because they are going to rise. So you don't want them to be overfilled. So I go about halfway. And they will come up quite quickly. So check them, like I said, around 12 minutes or so, because all ovens do set up differently. I'm going to put that on the side, and I'm going to show you what they look like when they do come out and they are baked. And they will come out looking like this. They'll have a flat surface on the bottom and a nice dome on the top. Now, what I like to do is I like to use my marshmallow cream recipe, and I do have that on my channel. So I went ahead and I filled it with, and I love this because it's so easy to fill. If you don't have, as I do, this to be able to use, all you really have to do is just cut out a little triangle with a sharp knife and fill the inside with your marshmallow cream, save the top, and then just put that little piece back on. So if you don't have that, but they're really easy to do with this. So I'm just going to put some filling inside of it. Whoops. Like that. And I have melted 8 ounces of milk chocolate bars to 2 tablespoons of solid shortening. Now, if you don't have milk chocolate bars and you want to go ahead and use chocolate chips, feel free. And then I just basically dip the little snowball into the chocolate. You might get a little chocolate on your fingers. And then you need a cooling rack or something to put these down on till they dry. Now, while they're drying, you can also garnish them with a little bit of your favorite chopped nuts, or you could use any type of sprinkles, chocolate sprinkles, colored sprinkles, that type of thing. And I have some finished ones to show you. And here's one that came out very pretty. It has, I put the chocolate peanuts on top. And this one, of course, has the chocolate sprinkles, and then you can just leave them plain if you want. And I'm going to cut one in half to show you what they look like. And there you have it, a very lightweight sponge-type chocolate cake, quite familiar to the snack cakes that you still are able to buy in the store. What a great tasting little cake, easy to make. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.